Okay. How's everyone doing today? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs sideways sometimes. Yeah. One up, one down. I'm doing well. My name's Dana, and I know a few of you, which makes me really happy. I feel like I've come home. Those of you who I don't know, my name's Dana, and I'm subbing for Molly. I'm subbing for Molly the next few weeks. If you haven't been to Molly's class, you just kind of strolled in at an 11 a.m. When she comes back, I would absolutely go to her class. She's an amazing instructor. So if this is your first time here and you're like, I don't know who Molly is, I just showed up, come back and take Molly's class when I'm done subbing for her. So I bring a theme to class every week, and I reset the theme every Sunday, and I base the theme on astrology. And I've been doing this for years. I think because I just have a real love and interest in astrology, and it's kind of mind blowing to me, like that we're in this human body and we're walking around this big rock that's kind of flying through the air. And there's all these other planets and all these other things that are going on around us. And sometimes we get so into our minutia, like our day to day, that we forget that there's such a bigger picture, right? So I base the theme on astrology. And I don't know if any of you know this, but we are still sitting in the energy of a beautiful new moon in Cancer. And I told this story yesterday in breathwork. So if you were here for that, I'll make it the shorter version. This is what I find interesting about astrology, right? So in July of 2018, on the new moon, literally on the new moon, 2018, I packed up a U-Haul. I used to live here in San Francisco. Well, I lived in Marin, taught here. Packed up a U-Haul and my two kids and my cats and moved down to Encinitas in Cardiff. Anybody know Cardiff by the sea? Oh, it's so sweet. If you ever go to San Diego, you have to go to Cardiff. It's very sweet, very calming. Anyways, we moved on the new moon. Fast forward to Friday, the new moon in July, exactly 6 years later, exactly 6 years later, not by date, but by moon cycle, which is more powerful than date, by the way. I packed up my Prius and moved back here. So I'm now living here. I still have my house there, but I didn't plan it that way, is my point. I just kind of started doing the forecast for the new moon, and I was like, oh my God, I just automatically, energetically chose this day. So I think when we go outside of ourselves and we listen to our heart, that's the theme of the new moon, is listening to the heart and aligning with the heart, not with the mind, not with our obligations, but with our heart. Things unfold splendidly, not always comfortably, but perfectly. Does this make sense? Yeah. And so the theme this week, we have a beautiful week that is super active with Venus. And Venus is the planet of abundance, of love, of relationships, of what we value and how we value ourselves. So the energy this week is really about dropping into what's important to you. And notice I just point right at my heart, right? It's what's important here. Really asking yourself, do I value myself? Am I valuing myself in this relationship? Am I valuing myself the way I spend my money? Am I creating financial flow that's, to my value? So really just allow yourself some space, starting with class today, to just drop into the heart and ask yourself, what's my value in this pose? Is it more valuable for me to rest in child's pose? Or is it more valuable for me to push myself a little bit? Make sense? I'm really happy to see you all. If you came in a little bit late, just make sure you have 2 blocks, okay? All right, let's go ahead and begin in a comfortable seat and close the eyes. Resting the 2 hands on the knees, turning the left palm up and bringing the right palm down. Take a big inhale, elongate through the spine, let the crown of the head reach toward the ceiling. Hold the breath for a moment. As you hold the breath, drop your shoulders, pull the pelvic floor in, draw the navel in, Pull the shoulder blades behind the heart, lift the sternum, hold for 5, hold for 4, hold for 3, hold for 2, and on 1, exhale slowly through the mouth. Do that again. Just inhale through the nose, sit up nice and tall, elongate the spine, filling the lungs, filling the spinal column, the ribs. Pause. Pull in all those bandhas. Relaxing the shoulders and the face, exhaling out through the mouth slowly. Good. And then let's do that one more time. Just big deep breath in through the nose. Hold for 5, hold for 4, relax your shoulders, hold for 3, hold for 2, and then 1, exhale. Now finding Ujjayi breath, allowing the breath to come in through the nose and out through the nose. Noticing any places in the body where you're storing stagnant energy, maybe where you're slumping over the heart, like we do that, all of us. It's just becoming a habit. Imagine your heart being held up, right? So your heart's just lifting, not just outward, but upward. And just arrive. So sometimes when we set an intention on what we value or what we desire, even for example, it doesn't just show up on a silver platter, right? It shows up in lessons to see if we're awake. Just allow yourself to set this intention around your value system in this practice today, and just let it show up the way it's supposed to. Don't look for it. Don't even think about it. Just be in the body. Maybe just value the breath in this practice today. Taking 3 more long, deep breaths. And then your next breath in, hold the breath again, and then go just a little bit deeper than you think you can. Like get into those little spaces in the heart and the lungs that are sometimes ignored. And then sigh the breath out through the mouth. Now drawing the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra, and just maybe bowing the head. Just setting an intention around activating the energy of the heart, which is love and compassion and connection. And just allow that to be, all that energy to be about you. And then bringing the chin parallel to the earth again. Let's just start with a big sound of Om. So big deep breath in through the nose. Om. Always beautiful to use the voice in the morning. Thank you so much for being here. And go ahead and open the eyes, and with your breath, make your way to all fours on your mat. So go slowly, take about 3 or 4 breaths to get there. Just allow your body to slowly find all fours. Turn your fingertips backwards so that the palm of the hand is flat, but the eye of the elbow is looking toward the front of the room. Look back towards your feet and just make sure you can't see your feet. So I want them directly behind your knees. Curl your toes under so you're pressing back through your heels. Nice, just like that. Now inhale and lift your heart. Close down the eyes so that you don't have that tendency to look up with your eyebrows. Wrap your shoulder blades behind your heart and push your sternum forward. Good. Now take another inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine into cat pose. Good. And then inhale, lift your heart again. Exhale, round your spine into cat. Good. Eyes closed. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round your spine. Good. Go 3 more times. Your own pace, your own breath. Good. Feel every vertebra along the spinal column. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. We're here for another 60 minutes together. So just use every second as if it were super valuable, okay? Now hold your rounded spine the next time you find it, pulling the chin all the way into the chest, hollowing out the belly for a moment. Just pulling that navel all the way up into the belly and pausing for 3 long, deep breaths. Good. Just hold your rounded spine. Good. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release. Turn your fingertips forward. Keep your toes curled under. Inhale, reach your right arm out to the side and then go up as high as you can. And then as you exhale, follow that hand with your gaze and thread the needle. Stick your arm underneath the body. Let your ear drop to the floor. Walk your left fingertips forward as far as you can. Beautiful. Pull your left hip back. Good. And also wrap that right or that left arm behind you to find your hip, right? So if instead of reaching in front, you can take that little twist. Good. 2 more breaths. Sweet. Slide your left hand next to your ear. Reach your right arm up nice and high as you can. Look, 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 look. And then exhale, bring that hand down. Same thing left side. Left arm reaches up super high, super high. Slide it underneath the body. Good. Hold there. Good. So again, not hurrying. We're not hurrying in this practice, okay? Right fingertips can go forward. You can also wrap that hand behind you. I think one of the most important pieces of this practice is valuing the breath. Those long, deep breaths in, those long, deep breaths out. It's huge because you'll carry that with you the rest of the day. 1 more breath. Good, beautiful. Right hand next to the ear, left arm reaches up as high as you can. So you're starting to rotate the spine. Hand comes down to the floor. So make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Beautiful. Let's lift the knees up off the floor, maybe 2 inches. So just lift those knees, stay on your toes, and then lift your knees about 3 inches. And then drop your knees about 2 inches. And then lift them about 3. How's the breath? Exhale, drop them about 2. Good. And then 2 more like that. So just kind of challenging the core, pressing through the arms. And then on that 3rd one, push all the way back to down dog. Good. Start to pedal out the feet, swaying the hips side to side. Maybe holding on one side and then holding on the other, pressing down through the right heel while the left knee bends. Beautiful. Right leg's going to go high. Point your toes like you're trying to touch where the ceiling meets the wall. Good. Almost like if I were to come up behind you, your hands could lift up off the floor. Like there's barely any weight in the hands, right? Now exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Good. Right leg high. Bring the knee to the nose. Beautiful. 1 more time. Right leg high. Good. Walk your hands back to your left foot. So you're at the very back edge of your mat. So walk your hands back to your left foot. You're in standing split. Beautiful. Round and curl in, exhale. So little Shiva squat. Pull the knee in behind the left. Good. Right leg goes high. Inhale. Knee to the nose. Exhale. Right leg high. Inhale. Knee to the nose. Exhale. 1 more time. Right leg high. Drop your right foot down to meet your left forward fold. Take a halfway lift. You're at the back edge of your mat. Exhale, fold. Roll up through your spine. Take it a vertebra at a time. The arms will reach up nice and high. Exhale out through the mouth and cactus your arms. Ah. Inhale, reach. Exhale, do it again. One more time. Inhale. Clasp your two hands together at your lower back. Reach your heart up nice and high. Exhale, bend the knees slightly forward, fold. Hold here for a few deep breaths, letting the head drop. Being mindful that you're not yanking on your shoulder head, right? So there's a difference. Relax your head, shake your head no, and then yes. And then release your hands down the backs of your thighs. Inhale, look forward, walk forward to a plank pose. Pause in your plank for a moment. So again, pressing back through the heels, squeezing the inner thighs, letting the crown of the head pull toward the front of the room. Good, super strong plank, super strong. Don't look straight down. Try not to look straight down. Look about 2 inches past your mat, okay? Good, take one more long deep breath, maybe two. Bring your hands forward right here. And now look at their sock and then squeeze here. There's your plank. Shift a little bit forward, you guys. Drop down to your knees, lower your chest and lower your chin. Good. Inhale, lift your heart, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Gorgeous. Exhale, back to down dog. So I just took Pete's class before this. I don't know if any of you have ever had Pete's class. Oh, I'll tell you what I value, taking classes from other teachers. I learned so much. Take a big deep breath in, lift your heels. Exhale, sigh your breath out and drop your heels. Nice. Let's go left leg high now. Left leg goes high, point your toes. Point them, straighten that leg. Good. Hardly any weight in your hands. Knee to nose, exhale. Good. Left leg high. Beautiful. Knee to nose, exhale. Gorgeous. One more, you guys. Left leg high. Knee to nose, exhale. Good. Left leg high. Walk your hands all the way back to your right foot. So you're at the back edge of your mat. Standing split. Round and curl in, exhale. Beautiful. Left leg high. Round and curl in, exhale. Beautiful. Twice more. Round, curl in. Once more. Now just put that foot down to meet the other one. Good. Roll up through your spine, a vertebra at a time. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, one cactus of the arms. Clasp your two hands together at your lower back. Squish the shoulder blades together. Lift your gaze. Exhale, bow forward. Beautiful. Slide those hands down the backs of your thighs. When you release, inhale, look forward. Walk forward, plank pose. Sweet. Shift forward. Now, you can take knees, chest, chin again. Otherwise, just come halfway down for chaturanga, but hold. Hold. So I also value alignment. Now just flip your feet, keep your thighs off the floor, lift the heart, upward facing dog. Good. Hold this for a moment. Squeeze your thighs. Feel into your ankles. Are your ankles strong or are they caving outward? You can tell. Now pull the chin to the chest, pull the pelvic floor in, draw the belly up and in and find down dog. I really value alignment. I've hurt myself many, many, many times, just recently as well. And the value of aligning your body to breath and how your body is supposed to perform these poses is important. Roll your body forward to plank pose. Now shift forward, take knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Beautiful. Take a big deep breath in, lift your heels. Listen, exhale, child's pose. Good. So I love child's pose. I call child's pose warrior 4. Sometimes we think like, oh, I'm not doing I can't do what everybody's doing, so I'm going to take child's pose. But actually, resting is very underrated in our society. I value rest very much. Point to any area of your body where you've got an injury or if there's something I need to know about. Could you just point to it for me so I know? Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. I will absolutely try to cue for you, but you have to listen to your body, okay? Now raise your hand if you don't want me to assist you in any postures today. Could you just raise your hand? Fantastic. All right, lovely people, come on up into downward facing dog. Yay. Tell you what else I value. I value this room. Value this room. 12 years. This is a special place. You guys come up onto your tippy toes. Take a slow walk forward. Go as slow as you can. Good. And then take a halfway lift at the top edge of your mat. Beautiful. Exhale and fold. Nice. Inhale, root to rise. Reach those arms up nice and high. Exhale, pull your hands down into your heart space. Samastiti. So pause for a moment, closing down the eyes. We're going to move through Surya Namaskar A. We're going to take a one breath, one movement. Remember, listen to your body. Go at whatever pace feels comfy for you, okay? Exhale, sigh the breath out. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold all the way to the earth. Bend your knees. Halfway lift to inhale. And then as you exhale, fold. Walk back to plank pose and inhale. And then exhale, take chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Now hold this for 3 long, deep breaths. Notice if your heels are touching the floor. If they are, see if you can shimmy them back just a little bit. Make it so they can't quite touch, but they're almost there, right? Now bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float to the top edge of your mat. Take a halfway lift to inhale, and then fold to exhale. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do it again, you guys. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk, step, or float back to chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Now hold 2 breaths in and 2 breaths out. So learning to elongate the breath, right? So we're not in a hurry. Bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float. Halfway lift, inhale. Hold to exhale. Inhale, reach arms up. Hands to the heart. Gorgeous, you guys. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach. So we start to treat this like a prayer. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Walk, step, or float back. Amazing. Your heart's going to lift as you inhale, and then your hips will go high as you exhale. And then you just hold. Thinking about the muscles bonding to the bone, thinking about those ankles remaining really strong. Bend knees, look forward, walk, step, or float. Halfway lift to inhale, and then fold as you exhale. Inhale, reach. Hands to the heart. I'm going to cue you once more, and then I'm going to let you go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Walk, step, or float back. Remember, knees, chest, chin is an option. The collarbones open, and then the hips go high as you exhale, and then just hold. Don't do anything. Bend your knees when you're ready. Walk, step, or float. Take a halfway lift and inhale. Gorgeous. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands land directly at the heart. Now you go take 3 rounds on your own. Surya Namaskar A. Go at your own pace, like you're the only one in the room, okay? So important, like you're the only one in the room. Good. Good. Feel into the body. It's really valuable to be able to understand what your body needs and what it's trying to tell you. It's talking to you every second of every day. It's valuable to listen. I value my health. Oh my God. Right? Beautiful. Good. And don't try to hurry, right? Like feel the musculature of the body, feel the bones. Feel it when you actually unintentionally lock those bandhas. You're locking the pelvic floor and the belly. Good. Take one more full round, okay? One more full round. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Next time you find your way to the top of your mat, find Utkatasana, chair pose. Find chair pose, Utkatasana. And feet could be touching or together. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Arms can be out in front of you. They can be at your heart. Sometimes I like to put them at my hips to make sure my hips are straight. Pick up your toes, pick up the arches of your feet. Good. So keep your heels, just pick up, like energetically pull the arches up. If you've got your arms reaching forward, make sure the arms feel straight and flare your fingertips out. This is called Hastabandha, right? So you've got this energy lock in the hands. Good. So we're losing that by holding those phones, you know? When I tell people to straighten their arms, I still see their hands like this. And I'm like, oh no. So a little bit deeper, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up high, straighten the legs. Exhale out through the mouth. Go ahead and take those elbows down to the waist. Inhale, touch your two palms. Exhale, trace center line of body, forward fold. Halfway lift to inhale. Exhale, walk, step, flip back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Make your way back to down dog. I want to take a couple rounds of Surya Namaskar B, but hold and pause in downward dog for a moment. Let the crown of the head push toward your thumbs. Now let your hips lift up really high and press down through your heels. If your heels are touching the ground, either walk your hands forward a little bit or walk your feet back a little bit. Good. Take a big deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. Ah, beautiful. Now listen to the cue. Bring your right foot forward, spin your left heel down, Virabhadrasana 1. Take those arms up high. Good. As you exhale, trace the center line of the body all the way to the mat. Take Chaturanga Dandasana. So that's your whole exhale. Good. Heart will lift, collarbones open. Exhale back to down dog. Beautiful. Now bring your left foot forward. Try not to lift it, just drop it forward. Right heel drops, reach arms up high. Exhale, trace center line of the body all the way to Chaturanga. That's your whole exhale, you guys. It's crazy. Then hold your down dog for just a moment. I thought it was cool when I could hold my breath for like 30 seconds. And one of my friends in San Diego she's a four-time national champ body surfer. She's like, oh yeah, I think my longest time was like 4.5 minutes. What? So I'm going to keep practicing. Bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float. Halfway lift to inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Walk, step, or float back. How's the breath? Good. Right away, right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, left heel down, arms up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way to the floor. Follow your breath, engage the bandhas, move through your flow. Watch those ankles. Try not to spin on them. Good. Left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Try not to lift that leg first. Just plant it. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. So it's a discipline of the mind, of the breath. When you get to down dog, hold one breath in and one breath out. To just be here, be still. Bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float. Halfway lift to inhale, exhale, and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Twice more, you guys. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, walk, step, or float back. Good. So all these things we could be thinking about or just doing. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, arms up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, right? Beautiful job. Good. Left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Try to resist that urge to lift the leg first. It's inefficient. Chaturanga Dandasana. So how can we use our breath and body efficiently? Hold your down dog. Just one breath. I'm watching some of you adjust. It's amazing. Bend knees, look forward, walk, step, float. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. So I can hear some of you breathing, even though I have these silly AirPods in. I can still hear you. It's amazing. Right foot forward, left heel down. Beautiful. You didn't lift your leg. Chaturanga Dandasana. Love this. Left foot will come forward. Right heel down. Nice. Chaturanga Dandasana. I remember the first time I tried to do this with Shiva Ray. It was when DVDs were the thing. Actually, it might have been a VHS tape. That's how old I am. And I was like, this woman is crazy. How do I even do this? How do I even breathe? Hold your down dog. That's why we call it a yoga practice, by the way, which I value. It's not yoga perfect. Take deep breath in, sigh your breath out. Let your head relax. There it is. There it is. Now your heart melts back towards your thighs. One more. Big deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. Oh, beautiful. My God, you guys are amazing. Right leg goes high. Point your toes. Bring your knee to your right tricep. Exhale. Good. Right leg goes high. Bring your knee to your left tricep. Open up fallen triangle. Face the doors where you came in. Spin that left arm up. Roll around in your wrist. Maybe you can get that roll in the shoulder. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. Can you feel length? Can you feel breath? Left hand down, right leg over, bend the knee, scorpion dog. Don't flip it yet because we're going to open up the hip a little bit more. Beautiful. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Let's hold warrior 1. So in this warrior 1, let's interlace the two hands. Place the hands at the base of the skull. Wing your elbows out. Push your sternum up. Now keep your gaze. I would say actually close the eyes and let the heart point toward the ceiling. Let your head rest. Now sink into your back heel. Now pull forward just a titch in your front shin. Good, breathe. Just be here. You don't have to be anywhere else. Close down your eyes because you'll get that big wrinkle on your forehead. And then like 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, shit, why did I do that? One more breath. Exhale out through the mouth. Go ahead and just go, ah. Clasp your two hands together at your lower back. Roll your heart open. Roll your heart open. Pivot on your back toes. Look straight forward now. And then find Virabhadrasana 3. Pick up your back leg. How's the breath? You know what else I value? Not having a mirror. Because instead of judging myself, I'm just focused on my body and my breath here. Keep your hands where they are. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your hands where they are. Reach them out in front of you, whatever feels good. Relax your front toes. Lift your chest just a little bit. Lift your chest. Lift your chest. Just a titch. There we go. Hands to the heart. Step back into high lunge. Gorgeous. Virabhadrasana 2 to the back of the room. Turn your whole body so now your left knee is bent. Turn your whole body so your left knee is bent. Amazing. Amazing. Sit in warrior 2 for a moment. Nice. So we can find our breath. Those of you who've never been to my class, I use the whole mat. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms, touch 2 palms. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten it all. And now you found your breath again. Exhale, warrior 2. Good, reverse the warrior. Let's hold for a moment. Reach your left arm up nice and high. Good, plug the shoulder blade in. You can reach your right arm toward the stage if you want. You could also touch your 2 palms so your fingertips are touching your wrist and push your arms away. But make sure, so like this, make sure that your front knee's bent. Good. Advanced practitioners are smiling or laughing. 2 more breaths. Belly in, lift the heart. There we go. Push those arms, push them. There it is. You feel the difference? Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Take a simple twisted lunge. So frame your left foot. Keep your right hand on the ground. Lift your left arm up nice and high. Beautiful. So you should be facing the windows. You can use a block underneath your hand. I like to use my fist, right? So not a really strong fist, but definitely just that extra padding to push into the floor. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Wow, you guys, I forget how good y'all are. One more breath. Both hands come down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Inhale, hold. Hold. Good. We're going to lower all the way to the mat on my count for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Reach your 2 arms behind you. Third eye to the floor. Palms are down. Zip your 2 legs up. Lift your kneecaps up off the floor. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your arms. Shalabhasana. Legs are straight. Relax your face. Exhale, go ahead and release. Third eye to the floor. 2 hands right next to the chest. Curl your toes under, you guys. Keep those elbows in nice and tight. Push straight up to plank pose and inhale. Exhale to downward dog. Big deep breath in. Sigh your breath out. Good. Right leg goes high to inhale. Knee to the right tricep. Pause. Drag that knee down to your wrist. Now pick that knee up toward the tricep. Drag that knee down towards your wrist. Bring it up towards your tricep. Bring it down toward the wrist, up towards your tricep. Down toward the wrist one more time. I know it's hard. Bring it up into the armpit. Stick that right leg up nice and high. Knee to the nose, exhale. Drop your right foot forward. Come on up into high lunge facing the back of the room. So you're up on those back tippy toes. Clasp the 2 hands together. Push your palms up toward the sky. Wrap your shoulder blades behind your heart. So none of this. Straighten the arms. Okay? Press back through your back heel. Hold right here. Otherwise, you can take 1 round of Kapalabhati. Breathe in and begin. So you're pumping the belly. If you've never done this before, it's 2/3 breath in, and you're just pumping the diaphragm. If it starts to feel like you're hyperventilating, don't do that anymore. Bend your right knee a little bit more. There we go. Good. Arms a little bit behind the ears, Anne. Good. 1 more breath. Actually, that's a lie. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then 1. Breathe out through your mouth, elbows to the waist. Arms up. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Open the body up. Still facing the back of the room. Reverse the warrior to inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Inhale, come on up into 5-pointed star. Reach your arms up nice and high. Pause, close down the eyes. Without looking down at your feet, turn your toes out and your heels in. Good. Drop down for a squat. Lift your right heel. Lift your left heel. Arms are still reaching to the sky or they come to your heart. How's the breath? Good. 5, 4, 3. Beautiful. 2. Virabhadrasana 2 on 1. Turn your body to the front of the room. Sweet. Reverse the warrior to inhale. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Cycle through your vinyasa. Take a big deep breath in. Please sigh your breath out. I value sound. You know, I value that vibration going up and down my spine and through my throat and in my lungs. It means I'm alive. Take a big deep breath in. Let's bring the 2 hands a little closer together. Look at your hands. Walk, step, or float. Malasana. Toes turn out. Hands are at the heart. Now, no one can see you, okay? You're just little people in the video screen. No one's going to see you. We're going to do 3 rounds of lion's breath, okay? And I'm not even going to look at you. I'm going to do it too. So I want you to be like you're 5. All right. Inhale. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Forward fold exhale. Shimmy your 2 feet to about hip distance apart. Padagustasana, you grab a hold of your 2 big toes, or Padahastasana, hands underneath your feet. Just hold. Relax your jaw. So when you have your peace fingers, if you haven't done this before, put your 2 peace fingers in between your big toe and your second toe. Okay. And then your thumbs kind of touch the other toe, and then you can just kind of pull the spine down. One more breath. Beautiful. Release your binds. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. I love hearing the pattern of the breath, you guys. It's amazing. It's so valuable in this practice, in life, really. Okay. Left leg goes high. Point your toes. Point them. Point them. Good. Knee to the nose. Exhale. Left leg high. Inhale. Knee to the left tricep. Left leg high. Knee to right tricep. Open up into fallen triangle, facing the windowed wall. Back heel down. Right arm reaches up nice and high. Really spread those wings, you guys. Open up through the hand. Maybe roll around in the wrist or the shoulder, whatever feels good. 2 more breaths. Gently bring the right hand down to the floor. Take the left leg, bend the knee, scorpion dog. Left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel spins down. Arms are going to reach. Take those arms up nice and high. Good. Now you can do that same mudra where you interlace your hands. You could also touch your 2 palms. Bend at your elbows. Wing your elbows out. Lift the heart. Good. Now close down your eyes. And just breathe. Bend your front knee just a little bit more. There we go. Lift your chin, lift your gaze, lift your heart. Let your hands actually hold your head. One more breath. Good. Exhale out through the mouth. Take those elbows down to the waist. Clasp your 2 hands together at your lower back. Roll your heart open, 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 open. Pivot on your back toes now. Gaze forward. Find Virabhadrasana 3. So lift up that back leg. How's the breath? Keep the hands just how they are, or bring them to the heart. Keep them just how they are, or reach them out in front of you. Back leg really strong, really strong. Strengthen it, strengthen it. There you go. If your hands aren't at your heart, bring them there now. Good. Step all the way back into high lunge. Reach those arms up high. Good. Now it's Virabhadrasana 2 to the back of the room. So turn the whole body to the back of the room. Beautiful. Make maybe more stance between your feet. Good. Sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Cool. Reverse the warrior to inhale. Let's hold. Reach the right arm up nice and high. Left arm can go down toward the floor. You could also touch the 2 palms, push them away. Good. Make sure your front knee's bent. Both arms are nice and straight. Beautiful. Relax your front toes. Good. Breathe. One more. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Go ahead and take that simple twist. So left hand on the floor, right arm reaches up high. Now, without even thinking about it, maybe see what it feels like to come up onto your fist. It'll give you that much more space. And then really, like, don't look back at your back leg, but I want you to feel yourself pressing into your big toe. Okay, so that's going to straighten the leg. So most of us, we kind of twist and torque, which means that we're in our knee. Remember I said I value alignment, right? Good. Maybe try coming up onto your fist. One little bit. You're going to lift and come up onto your fist. Now open that hand. Open the hand. Yes. One more breath. So push into my hand. There you go. Feel the difference? Both hands down to the mat. Take plank pose. Now pause. Option is to stay right here. That's option one. Option two, Vashisthasana, right hand down, left arm reaches. So you're going to look over toward the windowed wall. Okay, stacking your shoulders. Vashisthasana, side plank, right hand down, left arm reaches. Right hand down, left arm reaches. Good. Try not to look down. Try to look over toward the windows or up towards your hand, right? Beautiful. Long, deep breaths. Amazing. Flex your toes. One more on this side. And then in slow motion, back to plank. Pause. Now left hand down, right arm up. Vashisthasana toward the doors where you came in. Flex your toes, squeeze your thighs. Beautiful job. I love it. One more. Exhale, come back to center. Lower slowly all the way down to the floor, as slow as you can. I won't count this time, as slow as you can. Gorgeous. Reach your arms out to the sides like a T. Now make sure they're in a T, okay? And your arms aren't down like a V. They're straight out. Put your left hand right next to your chest. Keep your right arm on the ground. Roll over onto your right side. Yes. Bend your top leg. Bend that knee so the foot finds the floor. So you're rolling over to open up the shoulder head and the neck. If you can wrap your left arm behind you, do it. If that hurts the shoulder head, don't. Okay? So what's our value system, right? Like, what's really important to us? Are we valuing ourselves? I'm telling you, this week, you'll be challenged around that. Not in a bad way, but in a good way, to remember to up level your value and anything that's keeping you stuck somewhere. Come back through center, take your arms out like a T, third eye to the floor, and then go ahead and twist over in the other direction. So now right hand next to the chest, roll over onto your left side. Bend that top knee, should be your right leg. Let your ear rest on the ground. So this is a pose probably if you work on a computer or look at a phone at all, you should probably do this every day. Just for maintenance. 2 more breaths. Gorgeous. Back to center. 2 hands next to the chest. Curl your toes under. Lift your thighs off the floor. Push straight up to plank. Back into downward dog. Big deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. Ah. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath in. Lion's breath out. Ah. Beautiful. Big deep breath in. Let's try a sound of Om. Pause. 2 more breaths. Just be super still. So try not to dip into your elbows. Make your arms strong. Here we go. Gorgeous. Left leg goes high. Yay, you. Knee to the left tricep. Pause. Bring that knee down to the wrist. Now bring the knee up into the tricep. And then bring it down into the wrist. And then bring it up into the tricep and down into the wrist. 3 more times like that. Tricep to wrist. Tricep to wrist. Just do your best. Tricep to wrist. Up into the tricep. Lift the left leg up nice and high. Knee to the nose, exhale. Drop your left foot forward in between your 2 hands. Let's find a high lunge. So let's take that same clasp. Push the 2 palms up toward the sky. So your left leg should be forward. If it's not, just make it so. Make sure your arms are aligned with your ears. Be back onto the tippy toes. Pull up from the rib cage. Don't fall asleep in the pose. Hold here. Take another round of Kapalabhati. So breathe in and then begin. Ten, 9, 8. Beautiful job. 7, 6. Back leg strong. 5. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normal. Exhale out through the mouth. Drop those elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, still pointing toward the back of the room. Reverse the warrior to inhale, left arm reaches. Beautiful. Triangle pose, exhale. Good. Come on up into 5-pointed star. Right away, you turn your toes out and your heels in. Drop down so that your hips, I should say your bum is in alignment with your knees. Take your arms out wide like wings. Spin your left elbow underneath your right, wrap to twist. Hold right here, or take those fingertips down toward the left knee and then come up through the right. Good. Take about 4 circular motions with breath. Don't leave your breath behind. One more in this direction. And then pause. Arms out wide, straighten the legs. Exhale. Right elbow underneath left. And then go toward the right. Two more. Eyes open, by the way. I didn't mention that before. I'll know if you have your eyes closed because you'll fall over. Next time you come up, just pause for a moment. Keep the toes out and the heels in. Reach the arms up high again. Keep the sit bones low. Come up onto both sets of toes. Lift the gaze. Breathe 5. Breathe 4. Breathe 3. Breathe 2. And breathe 1. Virabhadrasana 2, front of the room. Reverse the warrior to inhale and then cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Cycle through a vinyasa if you want. Whew, that was fun. Good times to recognize the body, isn't it? So I'm going to give you an option here. Downward facing dog, dolphin on your forearms. I like to do my hands in prayer in dolphin. I find it really challenging for me to keep my arms in a number 11, and then I don't like to clasp my hands. So if dolphin's your jam, do it. If you want to rest in child's pose, please feel free. If you have an inversion in your practice, maybe take it. If you're near a wall and you're like, I want to use the wall, do it. If you want me to come over and support you, call me over. Okay, so option for inversions. Remember that downward dog in and of itself is an inversion because your head's below your heart. Okay, so you don't have to get crazy. If you're going up into headstand, push down through your forearms strongly. Good. Pull your shoulder blades together. Bend one knee, pull it into the heart. Good, and then start to lift up. Beautiful, just like that. Beautiful. I'm right behind you. I'm only here just to pretend like you need me. Good. Bring your legs toward me a little bit more. Oh, you're so good at that. Nice job. Good. Push into the floor. Good. Good. Nice job, Anne. Take a couple more breaths and then find your way into child's pose. You know, when I taught here before, I was the nooner girl. I taught 12 to, it was supposed to be to 1:15. But sometimes we were here till like, what, 1:45? I won't do that to you today. I want to leave a good impression my first day back. So you'll like me. And then I'll do a bait and switch. Take a big deep breath in your child's pose. Exhale all of your breath out. Good. Let's do a little balancing posture, okay? So come on up into down dog for a moment. Just for a moment, I promise, okay? No cussing me out under your breath. Right leg goes high. Drop your right foot forward in between your two hands, okay? Now with your breath, come on up into high lunge. Reach those arms up nice and high. Okay, if you lose your balance, pull your hands into your heart. Let's take a twist first. So take your twist over to the right. Sweet. Now, if your elbow doesn't reach, right? Like if you try to get it there and then you're all bunched up, just put your left hand on your thigh and then put your right hand like on your hip, right? So don't worry about plugging the thumbs in at the heart. Back leg a little stronger, so you're really strong in that back leg. Good. Just one more breath. That's it. Push into my hand. Push my hand away. Push it away. Strong back leg, okay? Sweet. Come on back up into high lunge. Pull the hands to the heart. Now let's bring your right or your left knee forward. So just bring that left knee forward. Flex your toes. Sweet. Right hand will stay at the heart. Reach behind you with your left hand. Grab a hold of your inner ankle. Your two knees together. We're going to go ahead and find entourage, dancer pose. You got to anchor into the breath and look forward. Try not to look down. This is when I really enjoy the fact that we don't have mirrors in this room. So you can really focus in on your breath. Bring the hand back to the heart. Bring your left knee forward. Cross that ankle over your thigh. Let's just take a quickie little figure 4. Okay. Keep your heart lifted here. If you want, you could take a twist. Again, you can use your hands or you can plug your thumbs in and try to get that elbow to the arch of the foot. Alignment. Flex your toes. Good. Lengthen and twist. Lengthen and twist. Beautiful. 2 more. That's it. Good. Come on up. Lift your left knee and then cross your left foot over your right. Fantastic. Fold forward. Oh, let your head drop. Now I'm going to give you a couple options here. One is to hold right here, right? The other one is to walk your fingertips over to the left and lean into your right side body. For those of you who want an arm balance, you can take Bakasana. Keep your knees crossed though. Hands are going to be shoulder width apart, or not your knees, your ankles. And then bring your knees to your armpits and look forward. Come up onto your tippy toes, looking forward. Press into your palms and the pads of your fingers and lift your heels up off the floor. Bakasana. Those of you in Bakasana, when you shoot your legs back, guess what? Your ankles will automatically uncross. They won't go back cross. So everybody make your way back to down dog, however that looks. Shift body forward, lower all the way to the ground. Feet are flat and aligned. Bring them real close to touch. Don't let your ankles get weak. Clasp your 2 hands together at your lower back. Lift your heart, lift your legs, Shalabhasana. Good. So when we roll on our ankles from up dog to down dog, 90% of practitioners, we roll on our ankles and then we make our ankles weak. So in this next round, I'm going to ask you to focus on that. Go ahead and release. Curl your toes under. Push straight up to plank. Push back to down dog. Stay with me. Trust me. Okay. Roll your body forward to plank. Halfway or all the way down. Inhale, heart lifts. Watch those ankles. Exhale back to down dog. Keep your feet in alignment. Keep your bone structure. Big deep breath in. Breath out. Good. Left leg high. Left foot forward, high lunge. Come into crescent lunge, arms reach. So you're on your back tippy toes. Make sure you're on your back toes and not on your heel. Draw the hands to the heart, lengthen, twist to left. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Good. Every breath counts. Every breath counts. For real. Squeeze your shoulder blades. One more, back leg a little stronger, a little stronger. There you go. Come back up to high lunge, arms up, hands to heart, right knee forward. Good. Dancer pose, left hand to the heart, right arm out to the side. Grab a hold of your inner ankle. Good. Your body's going to go where your gaze is. So keep your gaze forward. Keep your face smooth. One more. Beautiful. Go ahead and release slowly. Bring your knee forward. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Make that little figure 4. Take your twist if you want. Coming back up. Cross your right foot over your left and then fold forward. Walk your hands over to the right. Or if you're like, I want to try Bakasana again, try Bakasana again. Okay. And I'm just going to invite you to keep your ankles crossed. Challenges the brain a little bit. Good. Relax your head. Relax your head. There you go. In the next couple breaths, make your way back into downward dog. So you can jump, step, float, whatever works. And take a super slow-mo vinyasa, like super duper slow-mo. And then rest in down dog or child's pose. Big deep breath into your back body. Exhale and sigh your breath out. You guys just sigh that breath out. Sweet. Let's come up onto the knees. We're going to practice camel pose, Ustrasana. So you can have your toes curled under, or you can have your feet flat. Lift your bottom up and off of your heels. Let's take the hands to the lower back. Lift the heart up. And then exhale, start to allow the heart to open. Hands can stay at the lower back. You could also reach back behind you and grab a hold of your heel. So relax the efforting and increase the allowing. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Have a seat on your heels. Close your eyes, hands in your lap. Just close down the eyes. So sometimes we get to that pose and we come out of it and immediately want to go to child's pose. But the magic happens when we just sit in that rearranging of everything going on in our cells. Take a big deep breath in, one lion's breath out. Amazing. Go ahead and open the eyes, swing your 2 legs out in front of you. Take your legs nice and long. Sit up as tall as you can, and as you exhale, just bow forward, Paschimottanasana. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you can take the soles of the feet together. You can take Baddha Konasana. If you want something completely different, you can take your legs out nice and wide. Okay. Relax your head and neck a little bit so you're not pulling your head forward. Good. Just 4 breaths. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to let go. Just 3 more breaths. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, let go. And then just 2 more breaths. Beautiful job, you guys. Go ahead and lift up. Swing your legs around so you're actually turning your back toward me, and then have a lie down on your back so your head's pointed toward the front of the room. Take happy baby when you get to your back. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Got lots of space, use it. Beautiful. Good. Go ahead and release. Bring your 2 feet down to the floor. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart as well as your feet. Walk your fingertips down toward those heels. Lift your hips up, you guys, bridge pose. Good. If you want, you can clasp your 2 hands together underneath you. Let your knuckles reach towards your heels so the shoulders come up and underneath your heart space. Back of the head into the ground, chin away from the chest. Good. Maybe you want to lift your left leg, see how that feels. Maybe never. Maybe never. It's okay. And then maybe drop that leg and try to lift the other one. Maybe never. And then slowly lower everything down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Close down the eyes. A big deep breath in through your nose. Exhale all of your breath out through the mouth. One more time, big deep breath in. Sigh your breath out. Sweet. Let's extend the left leg long. Let it lay on the ground. Hug your right knee in as deep as you can towards your armpit. Hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. And then when you're ready, cross that right leg over the left side. Make sure you lay on your left hip bone. Arms will go out like a T. So make sure both shoulder blades are on the ground. Keep your gaze straight up to the ceiling or take it into the opposite direction toward the doors where you came in. Good. I remember when I first started yoga, I did not value Shavasana at all. I was just like, on to the next thing, you know? Take one more breath. Beautiful. Come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And then keep a hold of just your left knee and extend your right leg long. Good. Now take that leg up and over, opposite side twist. Lay on the right hip bone. Arms are out like a T. Gaze is straight up to the sky, or it goes out over toward the windowed wall. Just allow every inhale to lengthen and every exhale to really start to just wring out the spine. Two more. And then mindfully bring the body back to center, hugging knees to chest. Now I'm going to invite you to just listen, just drop straight into Shavasana, but you have 2 blocks. Here's my invitation. Take one of them, put it directly underneath your shoulder blades, long ways, okay? Put the other one at the base of the skull. Now, you could let your head just hang, but sometimes that's a little too much on the neck. Okay, so this is like that whole bolstering up of the shoulder blades. So we spend a fair amount of time on our computers and our devices. Okay, so take that block long ways on the second level underneath your shoulder blades. So like parallel to the top of your mat. And then put the other one at the base of your skull and let your arms just kind of flail out to the side. Now, look, if you're like, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right and it hurts, call me over, raise your hand. I'll come help you. Make sure your head is supported. That's really important. Here I come. I'm coming. I'm coming. How's that? Is that okay? I can go down one more. Want to see? Let's try. Which one? This one? Okay, lift it one more time. Let me get it even for you. There you go. All right, so now this is going to be your Shavasana. Now, if you're lying in Shavasana for a bit and you're like, this is too much on my neck, then just with your breath, come out slowly, okay? So I never encourage letting the neck hang for many, 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 many reasons, okay? So I encourage you to not just let it hang. But I do encourage this pose daily, okay? These blocks are great. Those little Pilates rollers are great. Just take a big deep breath in. Sigh your breath out. And just allow yourself to be. Just be. And a big deep breath in through your nose. Flying the breath out through the mouth. Moving around in fingertips and toes and jaw. Gently and mindfully coming off of the blocks, right? So just gently and mindfully coming off the blocks, rolling to one side, doesn't matter which side. Valuing this side lying position for a moment. And then bringing the body up to a nice comfy seat, just how we started, hands at the heart, maybe feeling a little taller, a little more aware and present. Definitely grateful. And just like we began, I want to close with the sound of Om. Let's take a cleansing breath first. Big deep breath in. Thank you so much, you guys. What a gift. So grateful to be here. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you to those of you who come to class knowing that it was me. You were like, yay, Dana's here. And then to those of you who are like, I don't know who this girl is, but she better be good. So thank you for trusting yourself.